Hi, I'm Michael and this is Lan, founder of Success Accounting Group. Today we're going to discuss 9 ways to kickstart your investments. Lan?
Hi everyone. So the first step is I'm going to say treat it as your business. When you buy property, don't bring emotions in it. Use your head and do the numbers. Make sure that you're buying a property that suits your property strategy and not just buying it at the spur of the moment. So do your sums before you sign on the dotted line. Next is location. As property investors, you need to buy for property that tenants want to live there. So you need to know that the tenants has to be close to location, such as transport, shops, schools, and to achieve the rent that you want to achieve, so that you can make it a profitable transaction.
Yeah, location is also important in the sense of sell back value. One day you're going to sell the property, you want to be in a good location, the better location, the better capital growth, and so hopefully a higher sell price. Number 3.
As I said in number 1, treat it as a business. Every business needs to set goals to ensure that they will succeed in their property. So the first step is to set your goals, whether you will buy a property to hold and keep, or whether you're going to buy the property to sell in the next 10 years. So make sure you know where your goals are heading and how many properties you will buy in the next few years. Activate your investment strategy. So there are so many strategies of investing property. Did you know you can, as I mentioned, buy and hold, or you can renovate and sell, or flip, or buy land and develop? Yeah. So before you actually go and buy your property, know what you're trying to achieve. Yeah. And then you can buy the right property and check with council before, to see if that land can build.
Yeah, good one.
Know your costs. In property investment, there are many costs that you need to be aware. There are upfront costs, such as your purchase price, but there are ongoing costs, such as council rates, interest on the loan, repairs, ongoing repairs, everything that
real estate agent management costs.
Correct, and so everything, all of that will bring your bottom figure down. So you need to be aware that these costs you'll be bearing for the next few years in holding cost.
Yeah.
Build a trusted team of professionals. Well, as Michael mentioned, you need to make sure that you have around you that you have the right property management and also the mortgage broker, conveyancer, accountant, and that will help you with your successful property business.
Yeah. There you go too, people, because you never know when you're going to find the right property, and you need to know someone that you trust, that they know what they're doing, and you can just call them whenever you need to make sure that you can get the ball rolling and just be comfortable about it. Yeah, good one, mate. Number 7.
The number 7 is to own under what name. So what name means it could be tenants in common, husband and wife, but there are more tax advantages in owning in self-managed super fund, for example. If you're eligible. So, for example, self-managed super fund, if you were to sell a property in a self-managed super fund, you only pay maximum of 10% tax. And in retirement, you pay 0 tax, nil tax on a capital gain of a property.
Yeah, big advantage there.
Yeah, compared to buying under your name, you can possibly pay 47% in the dollar. So, big difference.
Yeah. Is there any advantage in buying under a company name?
Under a company, we don't normally recommend, because company does not allow the 50% discount of a capital gain. So most entities, including buying under your name or a trust or even a super fund, the government gives you some concession on the capital gain discount. Whereas a company, the discount is not available. Full rate.
Also, I suppose there's that liability aspect as well.
Yes. Yeah. So as Michael was mentioning, if you run a business or if you are a director of a business, then you need to make sure that the creditors of your business don't have access to your investment property, and that you are protecting your family home or your investment. So holding under a trust or a self-managed super fund is the best way to go.
Well.
And 2 more, finance structuring. So buying property is not actually buying just that brick and mortars. It's actually leveraging your finance that can stretch so you buy more property.
Yeah.
Because we know that the more property you have, stopping at one won't create financial freedom, you need to make sure that the banks will continue to lend you. And how do you do that? Is by making sure your finance is structured correctly in your first property.
Yeah, get it done right at the start. Take your time, do it right at the start so that it all is set up for the future ones.
Correct. And also making sure that if it's set up correctly, that you can claim the interest is deductible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
And finally, exit strategy. As you know, the purpose of investing in property is to hopefully create wealth for your family and achieve financial freedom and a better future for yourself and your children. So one day you will either transfer the property to your next generation or sell it so you can enjoy a better lifestyle. Now, as I mentioned briefly, selling it will yield a capital gain. So you really need to know your exit strategy from the day one rather than thinking about it later on the path, because changing structures is very expensive, and not to mention on stamp duty, costly on stamp duty, transfer costs, and costly. So
fantastic, Lan. Well, there's some awesome tips, 9 great tips on kickstarting your investments. Obviously, different states and different countries have different legal requirements. Always best to speak to your accountant. But hopefully you got some nuggets out of that. I did. So thanks so much, Lan. Thank you for listening.
Thanks.
Cheers.